Today we are doing a waffle stitch ruffle hat. So I like this design. It is very cute. The texture is very nice. I don't have the words to describe how the texture is like, but it feels so good to touch it. And then it is super stretchy. It can stretch more than that. So what we are going to do, we are going to dive into the tutorial right now. You're going to need a medium weight yarn. I'm using milk cotton. It's a 5-ply yarn. I'm using a 4.5 mm hook. I'll be needing a pair of scissors and a measuring tape. So I'm going to start by making a magic ring. I am not doing the traditional magic ring, but you can do that too. I'm going to do the modified version where we chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll slip stitch into the very first stitch. Insert your hook, pull a loop through that, and then pull again through the other loop. Then we'll go ahead and chain 2. This chain 2 isn't going to count as a stitch, so you go ahead and put 12 double crochet stitches into that magic circle that we just made. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, and you just continue. I'll meet you when you have your 12 double crochet stitches, so we can move to the next round. So this is our round 1. Now that we have our 12 stitches, you can go ahead and count to make sure they have 12. We are going to slip stitch into the first double crochet stitch, not the chain 2. The chain 2 acts like a filler stitch. Now we are going to chain 2 and then into our very first stitch, double crochet stitch. We are going to do a front post. Insert your hook like this from the back to the front. You yarn over and you pull through. You have 3 strands of yarn on your hook. You're going to pull through 2, then pull through the remaining 2. Then in the space between that and the next stitch, we are going to insert a regular double crochet stitch. We are doing an increase in our round 2. We are doing a front post in the next stitch, just like that. And then in the space between that front post and the next stitch, we are going to place a regular double crochet there. In the next stitch, we are doing a front post. Insert your hook from behind all the way to the front, like that. You yarn over, you pull through 3 strands on your yarn. On your needle, you pull through 2. I pull through the remaining 2. In that space right there, you place a regular double crochet. So this is a pattern for round 2. We are just going to repeat that all round till we get back to our starting point. We are going to slip stitch into our first double crochet stitch, which is a post stitch. You're going to slip stitch there, ignoring the chain 2 we did at the beginning of this round. And then we'll go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2, and then we are going to place a front post double crochet on that stitch right there. It is a post, so we are placing another post right there. And then in that regular double crochet stitch we had in between the 2 posts from our previous round, we are going to place 2 regular double crochet stitches in that same stitch. So that's the second one. Then next is a post, so we are going to do a post 2. We already worked on that stitch, so we are doing a post here. The next is a regular double crochet stitch, so we are placing 2 double crochet stitches into that same stitch. Next stitch is a post, So we are doing a front post double crochet. Next stitch is a regular stitch, so we are placing 2 double crochet stitches into that stitch. So that is a pattern for this round, and we are going to repeat that till we get back to our starting point. So it is pretty simple. Whenever you meet a post, you put another post. When you meet the regular double crochet stitch that is in between the 2 posts, you place 2 double crochet stitches. We are doing an increase. So I will see you at the end of this round for us to continue. Now we are at the end. We are just going to do a slip stitch to close off this round. We'll go ahead and chain 2, and then we'll place a post into that post stitch. We want to do an increase here, so we are going to do a second post on that same front post double crochet stitch. So at the end we have 2 posts on the same stitch. Then we go into our regular double crochet stitches, the 2 stitches from our previous round. We do a back post double crochet. You insert your hook from behind through the front and back, and they'll pull our yarn through. Yeah, back post double crochet is quite difficult than front post, but just keep trying. So pay attention how my hook is moving. They will pull our yarn through, and they'll pull through too. I'll pull through too. Yarn over, insert your hook from behind to the front, go back again, you pull through, you pull through too, I pull through too. Our next stitch is a post, so we are going to do a front post double crochet just like that, and we are going to do another front post double crochet on that same post because we are doing an increase. And then into our next 2 stitches, regular double crochet stitches, we are doing a back post double crochet, 1 into the next, we do 1 back post double crochet 2. Next stitch is a front post, so we put 2 front post double crochet stitches on that same stitch, and then on our regular double crochet stitches we are going to place back post double crochet stitch on both stitches. So that is a pattern for round 3. You just keep working like that, and I'll meet you right back at our starting point. We are going to do a slip stitch to close off this round. Then this is round 4. We are going to chain 2. This is our 2 posts from our previous round, which we did on the same stitch. So we go into the first post with a double crochet, and then in that space between the 2 posts we place a regular double crochet, and then we do another front post double crochet. In the 2 stitches where we did our back loop double crochet in the previous round, we are going to place regular double crochet stitches. This is 1, and a double crochet in the second one too. Our next stitch is 2 posts on the same post. So into the first post we do a front post double crochet. In the space in between both posts we place a regular double crochet, and then we do a post on the remaining stitch right there. The next 2 stitches is regular double crochet stitch. After that we do a front post, a regular double crochet between the two posts and another front post, regular double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and we are just going to repeat this pattern all around till we get back to our starting point. So this is me finishing off with my regular double crochet stitches, and this is how your round should end. It's either a regular double crochet stitch or in the back loop, never with a post. Then you slip stitch, you go ahead and chain 2. I think this is a 5th round. So we have 2 posts with a regular double crochet in the middle. So we are going to go into the post with a front post double crochet, and then that stitch that is in the middle, we are going to do an increase by placing 2 back loop double crochet into that stitch. In the next stitch, we are placing a front post double crochet. In those 2 regular stitches, we are just going to place a back post double crochet, 1 back post double crochet each. Next stitch, which is 2 posts and a regular stitch in the middle, we are going to place a front post double crochet into the first post, and then we'll do 2 back post double crochet into that regular double crochet we have in the middle of both posts, and then we place a front post double crochet in the last post, back post double crochet into the 2 regular double crochet stitches, and basically what we're going to do is keep repeating this pattern. We'll do a front post, then into our regular stitch in the middle we do 2 back posts, and then we do a front post in the remaining post stitch, and we repeat till we get right back to our starting point. We are just going to slip stitch to close up our round. Then go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, place a front post double crochet into the first post, and then we place a regular double crochet into those 2 stitches right there. You'll place another front post double crochet, a regular double crochet in the next 2 stitches, then we do a post into the next post, 2 regular double crochet into the next 2 stitches, a front post into the next front post double crochet, and we just keep on repeating this pattern till we come right back to our starting point. We are done with all the increases, so the difficult part is over. Now we're just going to be doing soft work. So you go ahead and slip stitch. Wow, this looks so good. Now let's continue. We are going to chain 2, a front post into that post, a back post double crochet into the next 2 regular double crochet stitches, just like that. We do a back post into the next stitch. The next stitch is a front post double crochet, so we do a front post double crochet. The next 2 stitches are regular stitches, so we do a back post double crochet. And basically from here forward, we are just going to be repeating our previous round and this round till we get the desired length of our heart. So just continue working like this, and I will meet you at the end of this round where we're going to slip stitch to close up, and then I'm going to do my other rows of camera. So I have 7 inches before I come back, 7 inches or so, which is the size I would recommend for the heart, for an adult heart. So we are already at the end. Let's just do our slip stitch here. Okay, so this is what I have. I'll just go ahead and measure that. It's giving me 7.5 inches, which is still okay by me. So I'm going to chain 1 at this point, and we're going to place a single crochet into every stitch before we start our ruffles. So go into every stitch with a single crochet. And we are going to do that all the way till we come back to where we just started. If you are not sure, you can always put a stitch marker on the very first stitch so you don't get confused when you walk around and come back to where we started. So just go ahead and do your single crochet into every stitch, and I will meet you back at the starting point. Then we can start with our ruffles. So we'll slip stitch into the very first single crochet stitch right there. Now go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We yarn over twice. 1, yarn over again, and then in that same stitch we are going to place a triple crochet stitch, yarn over twice again, place another triple crochet in the same stitch, yarn over twice, place another triple crochet in the same stitch. So that's 4 triple crochet in one stitch. Now yarn over and move over to the next stitch. We are going to place a triple crochet stitch there, and we are going to add 3 more triple crochet stitches to have 4 in total. So into every stitch we are going to place 4 triple crochet stitches. If you want your ruffles to be more thicker than what I have in this video, you can go ahead and place 5 triple crochet stitches into every stitch. If you want it to be less, you can go ahead and place around 3 triple crochet stitches into every stitch. So I chose to do 4, and I'm just going to place 4 into every stitch till I come back to my starting point. So this is how our first round of ruffles is looking, and I'm still admiring the texture of this hat. It is so nice and stretchy. So we are going to start with our second round of ruffles. I did 2 rounds of ruffles. So what we are going to do is slip stitch into the very first stitch where we started, the chain 4. Now go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that same stitch we are going to place 3 more triple crochet stitches to make it 4. So there we go. This is the third one, then the last one. So into every stitch on this second row of ruffles, we are going to be placing 4 double crochet stitches in the same stitch 2 as we did in the previous round. So if you do that all the way around and you come back to your starting point, you slip stitch and cut off your yarn, and that's basically all about the tutorial. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, turn up your notification bell, and thank you very much for watching. This same pattern without the ruffles is going to give you a beautiful beanie. So if you don't want the ruffles, you can still follow this pattern and create your beanie. Please share my videos, check out my other content on my channel. I have an amazing tutorial of a spiral ruffle hat. I know you're gonna love it. So thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.